Hi guys, you may have noticed a change in scenery.
Yeah, a little bit.
We're not in Florida anymore. Here in Montana for a little bit of time to kind of do some adventuring, and we want to have another video here to show you about the differences between living in an RV full-time and your house or apartment.
One of the big things is you can pick your view. Obviously, we have a different view than we did when we were down in Florida. We're also wearing different clothing because it's a little chilly here. Can we mention that, yes, we just were in Florida experiencing summer in the winter, and now we're experiencing winter in the spring. So it's a little bit wonky, I guess is a good word to use. But, but we're loving it up here.
Choose your view, choose your climate, as opposed to a house or apartment. You can't really change that very often unless you get to another location.
Right.
So,
and when you pick your location, you can also situate your windows and where you want them to face. So right now we are facing a raging river with whitewater rapids, and we have the view from 11 out of 12 of our windows, and it is incredible.
So incredible.
We're like, pinch me, is this for real? It's incredible. So that is a huge advantage to the RV life. Yeah,
picking your view for sure. And another difference is your house or apartment doesn't move around like an RV does. When you walk around, it actually shakes, and Cherie loves that actually.
Yeah, you know why I love it? I've mentioned this before, but I'll be putting my mascara on or some eyeliner, and I'm like, Tom, are you doing jumping jacks in there? I'm like, I have a sharp object near my eye, and it seems like it's every time, and it's becoming a joke, but you just learn to
tiptoe.
Yeah, or give a warning. Say, hey, I'm getting ready to put on my eye makeup, so if you cannot do jumping jacks, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, small difference.
Another thing that causes the RV to shake is the washer and dryer. Now, most RVs don't have washer and dryers, but ours does, and it really causes the shaking.
It does.
Big time. Those RVs are rocking. Don't come a knocking. Don't come a knocking because we're doing laundry.
Sounds like we're really busy.
Yeah, so that is one difference between living in a sticks and bricks home or in an RV.
Yeah.
A couple of other differences is that you don't have a disposal. You have to have something to catch any kind of food scraps. We do a lot of plate scraping.
You don't want those chunks going down into your gray tank. It's not a good thing. It can clog, it can smell. No garbage disposal.
And no dishwasher. I know there's some now they're starting to put in these small little dishwashers, but I told Tom I'd still opt not to have one because just the two of us, we don't use a lot. We just quickly hand wash and put it aside to dry, and then end up sometimes reusing it before it dries to put it back up. So, and we have very minimal dishes, so it really isn't a big issue for us.
Yeah, it's not too big of a deal, but some of the higher end luxury RVs I think have kind of a decent size dishwasher if you're gonna buy that. So
yeah, some people take out the oven because the oven isn't that great because it's propane, so you have like a flame, so that's another difference. Some people will take the oven out and put in a small dishwasher.
Right. And another difference is you're in a very small space in your RV. There's a bug in my head.
What was that?
I guess I'll start. So another difference, RVs are small spaces.
Super small.
Yeah, and even ours is a 40-foot fifth wheel, and you don't have a lot of privacy, especially if you have guests or family hanging around. You know, you can kind of hear what's going on, whatever anyone is doing.
Right, and to give you just a perspective on what a 40-foot the size is, it's about 300-400 square feet.
Right.
So it's really, really small. So if you plan to RV, make sure you do it with somebody you really love.
Yeah, and some people do it with 3-4 kids, and I don't know how they do it. It is definitely a tight space when you put that many people in an RV. And if you have to work on the internet or you just want a Facebook, Wi-Fi is terrible at most RV places. And if you want to stream movies, forget about it.
It's not happening.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I should say there are a few exceptions, but compared to your fast cable modem in your house or apartment, it's going to be different in an RV park.
Definitely.
For sure.
Yeah. And so we do have a solution that we use for that, but it's also not foolproof, but it does help us tremendously.
There'll be a link in the comments below in the description, but there's an AT&T box that is with my unlimited plan, and it's fairly fast. But we do bog it down, and we've managed to watch some movies with it.
Yeah.
So that's basically, if you want fast internet, you better bring it yourself.
Right. And you know, another positive to not having internet sometimes is that it does force you to get out, enjoy nature, find alternative things to do. And
yes,
I love that. I don't feel like I need to be on Facebook every day, or you know, I do like to keep up with people on Facebook, my friends and family, but it doesn't have to be a daily thing, and so it works out nicely.
As we were discovering last night, as a thunder and hailstorm came through, we were getting blown all around. I mean, not like literally, but you could feel the movement.
Yeah.
And an RV, most of them are built fairly cheaply. Maybe your house or apartment doesn't really move in a storm, but the insulation in an RV is not very much, and you're really gonna hear a lot.
And it's so loud, we couldn't even carry on a conversation last night.
And there's no peace during a hailstorm or thunderstorm like right now. You almost can't talk to each other without yelling.
The rain, the hail, even when it rains, sometimes it's hard to hear each other if it's a heavy rain.
Yeah, if we're watching TV, which is rare, we have to turn it way up, and sometimes you gotta stop the movie. You just can't watch it.
You just can't. You can't have a phone conversation like one of your kids were calling last night, and you just can't. You have to say, you know, we're in the middle of a storm right now. If I can call you back when it calms down, because I can't hear.
So if you're doing business out of an RV, you better hope it's nice weather when you're trying to make those phone calls.
And one of the reasons why it's built so cheap and light is so it's more lightweight for travels, less on the gas mileage, and just like a Prius, you know, they use cheap materials to keep it lightweight to have that good gas mileage. So it's the same thing with an RV. We're towing a house, and so we prefer it to be lightweight because gas mileage is a thing.
Yeah, we'll get blown around a little bit for that cheaper fuel.
Yeah.
And a big benefit to living in an RV full time is no yard work. Yeah, I mean, if you're into gardening and stuff like that, and you're a seasonal person, like long-term RV camping or in an RV park for a seasonal, then you might have a space that you're gonna actually do a little bit of gardening. If that's your thing, more power to you. That's not our thing.
But some people have found ways to do little gardens in their RV, but you can't have a massive garden, of course. But yeah, doing like any kind of yard work, leaf raking, leaf blowing, mowing, landscaping, none of that. You don't have to spend your time upkeeping an outdoors area of your home. You can just go out and enjoy the outdoors.
We'd rather be hiking that mountain right back there than doing yard work. Maybe after the snow melts. And something you don't typically think about in your apartment or house is the sewer. And in an RV, especially when you're living in it full time, you are always thinking about the sewer and where you're dumping next.
Yes, I'm thankful you think about it and I don't.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's probably one of the least fun aspects of full-time RVing, but you deal with the black tank. And so, you know, a little bit of a disadvantage to living in an RV, but look at all the advantages.
The benefits outweigh. Yeah, totally.
And speaking of rain being so loud, just the air conditioning in the RV is super loud as well. And at least right now here, we're not using it because it's pretty cold at night.
Yeah.
But in Florida, wow, we're running that thing all the time.
Right.
And it's hard to think.
But one of the benefits to having an RV like ours is there are 2 units, and one's in the bedroom and one is in the main area of the RV. And we have a door that shuts off in between the 2. So we can, you know, run one or run the other depending on where we are. But in the Miami heat, South Florida, a lot of times we're running both, and it can be a little loud.
And it's even hard for the 2 to keep up running all the time. And now just a note, if you have a newer unit, maybe less than 5 years old, some of them I've heard the air conditioning units are not as loud. So if you've got that, you're lucky.
Well, maybe it's time for a new RV.
Hey, there you go. You want to buy the next one?
Sure. But you know, one good thing is you're in somewhere where it's so hot and you have to run the AC and it's too loud and you don't like it, go outside. Do something outside.
Yeah.
You're obviously in a nice place where you can go and enjoy the beach or lay out in the sun or go for a walk or whatever. So yeah, there's ways around it. Another difference is in an RV, you can't have a wood burning fireplace. We do have a gas, is it gas, propane?
No, it's electric. All electric.
So confusing, all these things that run off of different, even our lights run off the battery or something?
Yes, lights run
off the battery. I'm still learning all this stuff. I'm still the noob. So we do have a electric fireplace, which to me it feels like a gas fireplace, but I can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
But if you want wood burning, you can do a campfire.
Yes.
Yes.
Or we do have a propane powered little fireplace.
Yes.
That's portable. And some campgrounds, RV parks have a burning ban, so you can't have a wood fire outside.
So we'll use the propane one.
Yeah, that one works great.
And you can roast marshmallows on that too.
Yeah.
We've had our share of s'mores.
Yeah, so if you have a gas fireplace in your house or apartment, you're not gonna have that in the RV.
Or a wood burning fireplace.
Yeah, the furnace is propane powered. You do have that. We do have plenty of heat. You don't freeze at night usually.
Freeze, no.
I think this guy might be coming through here. And the final difference between living in an RV full-time and your house or apartment is you can control your rent or mortgage payment. When you typically sign a lease or buy a house, your mortgage payment or rent payment is going to stay the same month after month. But when you have an RV, there's so much more flexibility.
Yeah, just like in Miami, we're paying $565 a month.
Right.
And it included all electric and water and sewage.
Yes.
And here in this amazing spot on the raging water, we are paying $750 a month, and it includes electric and water and a honey wagon service dump station.
Yeah, speaking of that sewer from before, so I don't have to put my hands on the black tank here,
have to do it.
which is super awesome.
Great.
For my first time, I gotta record it.
Okay. What you want to do, make sure this cap's off.
Okay.
Hook, take this hose, hook this one on top here.
Okay.
Make sure this is closed. Hook the other one on your motorhome.
Okay, so the black tank tote would not be my choice for emptying the black tank. It's definitely more work than having a regular dump station because, you know, this kind of getting this to flow uphill here is kind of a problem. So a lot more handling the hose, but you know, at least we don't have to move, which would be a real big pain to go up to the dump station here and come back. That would be potentially hours of time. So thankful to have the tote, although not super awesome.
The cost of living in these beautiful views that we have It's like $25 a night.
Yeah,
here.
and I did some looking around for that, and we don't like to really spend more than $25 a night. $20 or less per night is actually ideal. But around Yellowstone National Park, where we're at right now, I mean, we can find monthly rates as high as $1,500 to $2,000 a month. Some nightly rates, $75 a night. And it's a touristy area, and that's just not what we're prepared to put into the budget right now. Around here, there are free places that you can boondock. We like to have hookups.
Yeah, we like to have our hookups, and it's awesome that you're saving on, I mean, how much did you spend on electric and water this last month? We didn't spend anything. I know it's
just
figured
included
into the cost, but it's still, it's such a great deal. I think it's a huge, huge advantage to
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Depends on where you're staying. In Florida and your long term, most places do put you on a meter and you are paying separate for electric, but a lot of places don't. So that's an important thing to add. I think in Miramar Beach, I was paying $100 more per month for electric, and that does add up. So the point is, it can be from zero if you're living minimally and boondocking, all the way up to thousands of dollars a month. And you can choose it.
It's your choice.
Yeah, and again, choosing the view that you want, the part of the country that you want to be in, or other countries, not just the US. You can RV probably all over the world if you really wanted to.
And you can, if you decide that, oh, I don't like this monthly expense at this park, you can roll out and go to another one.
Yeah, or if you don't like your neighbors.
Right.
So for those of you that are in an apartment or a typical neighborhood with your house, you know, you may have some neighbors like you wish you didn't have.
Yeah, you're in control of your location, and that's the beauty of it. I love it.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. We really appreciate it. And we will have a question for you guys. Are you on the beach tribe like Cheri? Or do you prefer the mountain view like me back here? And I like both, but maybe more mountains.
I like both, but more beach. So which tribe are you in? Mountain tribe or beach tribe?
Yeah,
let us know in the comments. Yeah,
down below.
And give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and ding that bell. Out here we're ringing bear bells, and that's not a good bell. Ring our good bell so you're notified when we have a new video. And thank you for subscribing. We love you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much, and we will see you in the next video.
Yes. I feel like I'm right here. Like, hello!
We'll just act like we're taking selfies.
Yeah.
Smile. We're on camera. Hey.
What is that in the background that I keep seeing on the left?
Yeah. And I mean, and so, and then, but even...
Yeah.
Yep.